And thank you, Professor Alam, for organizing this amazing conference and the timely topic. And I really enjoyed the presentation from the early morning, and I learned a lot from the presentation. It gave me insights, especially from the chemistry backgrounds. So thank you for having this opportunity and having me with you. So this is already a published paper, dear friends, here, where I did it with one of my colleagues at the University of Marseille University. And we are focusing on the role of education, and the moderator factor here was the digitalizations and health, and how they are highly integrated together. So maybe Professor Jerry Colo will start by saying the Pentagon and the partnership importance. So I name it the triangular pillars for the SDGs in order to accelerate is achieving the SDGs. So the three pillars here is affecting the growth of countries. And here we have an evidence from a case study from the GCC countries, the Gulf countries, and the MENA region, the forest elected countries. So the paper here was attracting our attention, and our hypothesis and our research questions was built on, as we strive towards sustainable future, the crucial role of education is driving digitalization and improving health. So in order to achieve this, we need to have a better access to digitalization. So we will see here that our question is the impact of digitalization on the relation between education and health. And here we usually are inspired by the trade-off between the two pillars, is it growth or development, which is first. So I believe it's political answers. The political answers come to choose either it starts with the economic growth or by development. So here we try to examine the relation between the three triangular factors of our variables here. So we try to use moderator factors such as educational and health outcomes, in addition to the health outcomes in the terms of life expectancy and how they are going to affect the economic growth. In order that the objectives here, it is motivated to provide the policymaker with a certain recommendation. So since education is trying to promote sustainable development, if we have educated people and if we have a healthy people, and maybe since I'm coming from an academic background, we usually try to relate between the three pillars and how the development sustainable development literate citizen is very important. So we need to educate people more in order to avoid the illiteracy that we are facing in many developing countries. Also, we try to integrate the sustainable development in our university. We integrate all the SDGs in our university curriculum in order to provide across the different disciplines between different courses in order to integrate, and because we cannot apply the same curricula that we are using before, because it is not highly related to the timely manner we have. So we started by making an overview and comparison between the school enrollments in different regions, and we will see that the MENA region, it is still behind and back in the school enrollment, in addition to the life expectancy as well. So we see also that the MENA region is fairly above the average statistics for the world data, while the other European countries or OECD, we are still far away from them. So we are structuring a simple model to check the role of school enrollment and how the school enrollment differ and how they are highly affected by the independent variable which we use, the internet and the fixed lines and the GDP growth rate, and as well using the internet. And we split our data to two groups of countries in order to see if these variables in the forms of digitalization and health factors is going to affect the level of school enrollment and education or not. So the results of the data we apply in econometric analysis, and this econometric analysis depend on using the RDL model. The paper is published online if you want to look for the statistics, but I'm just giving you an insights concerning what we find in our study. So this study found that the using internet was significant, and it is having a positive effect of 10%, as we named for the first group. And the first group, as we have seen before, it is representing the United Arab Emirates, and the second group is representing the GCC group of the first group is composed of the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Qatar, and Oman. And the second group is representing Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Jordan, and Morocco only for our study. So the result shows that for the first group of the GCC countries, the internet was significant and have a positive effect, while on the other side, the life expectancy and the growth rate was significant only in the second group. So this means that the internet was not very efficient that much. Still, the fixed lines or the infrastructure of the technology and the innovation that we still have in the MENA region, it's lagged behind, so it was not significant that much here. So when we go for the internet, it was helping the first group countries, which is the GCC, in order to excel and help in the growth, and it is facilitating them. So the internet here and the using the digitalization will accelerate the growth that they are looking for. And as well, we see that it will have a positive effect in the long terms for the other variables. While for the life expectancy and the GDP growth were significant in the second group for the MENA region, so life expectancy, when it is increasing, so it's have a positive effect on the school enrollment. When there is a positive economic growth, so that this will affect the school enrollment and education. So we take it from a different perspective, how the health is very, very, very important. And this is what inspired us, that the quality and the literacy of education and health is related to how people can handle whatsoever health crisis or health challenges, especially after the COVID-19. Other results show that in the first group, the subscribers was found to be insignificant. The internet was significant, but the fixed line was not efficient and significant, while life expectancy was significant in the second group. So this is representing what is positive and what was significant and what was not significant. But concerning the relations, we dig deeper and to find the relations is positive or negative. We find that the school enrollment and using it and the relation with the internet was having a negative relation, was a negative relation to the two variables here. While in the group two, the negative relation was evident in several variables. It's very lagged. We still lagged behind. We still needed to more infrastructure. We still needed too many initiatives. It is political factors, that judicial factors. After we did these studies and got inspired by the results that we have got, and all the data, all the details in the literature and everything, you can find it in the paper which is published online. We find that investing in education infrastructure, giving education and infrastructure, quality of the cells and the boards and the subscribers will help us. And it was having a positive effect on the GCC countries. Sorry. In addition, addressing the population growth, the study found that the population have a negative pressure on the education. So whenever we have a high population numbers of people, this is lagged and having a negative impact on the quality of education. People cannot afford it, especially after the increasing of the cost of having this education in many countries. In addition to the self-subscribers in the short run in both the Gulf countries and the MENA regions, it was negatively in the short terms. The second thing that attract our attention is how we can promote the digitalization, because the study showed that education has a positive effect on fixed broadband subscribers in the GCC, which is the importance of digitalization, and it's how it's affected the quality of education, and it's affecting improving the access to digital service. Furthermore, when we go for the health sectors, we still find that there is still more in need for the education and the positive impact of the life expectancy in the long run in the GCC countries and the MENA region. So we find that we're still looking for digital health solutions, digital health education, digital awareness for the health factors. For the contribution of education to digital and health, it is very important. It is a multi-facet factors, and it's crucial for the SDGs. So we conclude that digital health solution and educating people is become more important, and the role of internet and digitalizations and the current factors can be one of the moderator factors that can help achieving one of the SDGs if there is enough funds and there is and there is one of the priorities we see. We see also that from our recommendation encourage the local inventions and domestic automation technology, because will help in increasing the labor productivity. Improve the governance, the quality of the governance to attract the technology and investment, and as well to develop the skill-based acceptance systems in order to implement effective policies. So we need trained people in the Arab region to mitigate the impact of the gap that we are still facing between the countries across the globe, because we still have inequality in enhancing the employment and the inclusion and reaching inclusion growth. Two other recommendations we propose that the innovative systems promote the transition is very important in order to transfer the informal to the formal. We are in need to set more policies, enhancing more policies to transfer many informal activities in education and other places to become formal in order to be aligned, in order to help in having a digital economy and achieving the partnership between the governments and other sectors. Finally, the crucial part that comes and it's need a huge emphasize on is the cybersecurities, because based on protecting the public information and avoiding the cyber crimes and all these strategies will help the countries to go for digitalization, because they are still having in their mindset that attacking and cyber attacks will destroy the system. So they still don't want to go to banks, they don't want to use internet. They are still having this conceptual blocks that affect their accessibility to digitalization. Thank you so much.